Hello, gentlemen. I'm Dr. Charlotte Hayes, and if you've been following the channel for a while, you know I'm all about those small, high-leverage health hacks. The simple tweaks that deliver massive results for men over the age of 50. Today we are talking about a daily ritual, something most of you already do, your morning tea. But we're not going to talk about Earl Grey or green tea. We are going to talk about what you are missing from that mug. What single addition can flip a switch in your system, igniting your metabolism, boosting your energy, and providing a subtle but undeniable lift to your libido and confidence. And here's the kicker. The reason this video is titled the way it is, the results can be so noticeable that, well, your partner might start noticing too. They might start asking questions about where this newfound energy and vitality is coming from. They might even playfully, or perhaps not so playfully, beg you to stop simply because they can't keep up. I'm talking about adding a single teaspoon of a powerful concentrated ingredient to your warm morning fluid. This isn't some pharmaceutical trick. This is a return to ancient wisdom combined with modern science to target the core issues of aging masculinity, dwindling energy, hormonal flatness, and lagging motivation. I'm not going to just give you one option either. I have 3 different 1 teaspoon solutions, each targeting a slightly different aspect of male vitality, from pure hormonal drive to deep all-day stamina. So, grab your favorite mug. Let's talk about the secret that could have your partner asking, what in the world is in that tea? Before we talk about the solution, we have to acknowledge the starting point. Most men over 50, even those who exercise and try to eat well, start their day in a state of subtle hormonal and metabolic deficit. This isn't a failure on your part. It's just the reality of modern life in the aging process. When you wake up, your cortisol, your main stress hormone, is naturally at its highest point. This surge is normal. It's what gives you that initial push to get out of bed. But here's the problem. If your sleep was poor, or if you are dealing with chronic low-grade stress from work, finances, or family pressures, that cortisol stays elevated for too long. Chronically high cortisol actively suppresses your available testosterone and prematurely drains your energy reserves before you even hit the commute. Furthermore, your digestive system has been largely dormant all night. Your metabolism is sluggish and needs a clean, potent signal to get fired up. And what do most men do? They slam down a strong cup of coffee, which provides a fast, harsh jolt that can stress the adrenals further. Or they sip a plain cup of tea that, while pleasant, does virtually nothing beyond warming their hands and offering a bit of hydration. What you need is an intentional start. A morning ritual that provides 3 critical things. 1, hormonal regulation, something that gently counters that excess morning cortisol and actively supports the production and utilization of key male hormones. 2, metabolic ignition, an ingredient that tells your body it's time to switch on fat-burning mode, stabilize blood sugar, and utilize energy efficiently. 3, sustained energy, not the nervous, jagged crash and burn of high-dose caffeine, but a clean, steady source of stamina and mental clarity that lasts all the way through the afternoon lull. The solutions I'm about to give you all achieve this using the simplicity of a single teaspoon added right into your hot liquid. If your primary goal is to reignite hormonal drive, boost mood, and tackle that feeling of being perpetually flat or lacking spark, your 1 teaspoon solution is likely maca root powder. Macaca is a remarkable root vegetable native to the high-altitude Andes Mountains of Peru, a place where only the most resilient life survives. It is often nicknamed Peruvian ginseng, and it has been used for thousands of years by indigenous people for energy and fertility. It is considered an adaptogen, which is a powerful class of herbs and plants that help the body naturally adapt to physical and psychological stress. Here is why maca is so uniquely powerful for men. It does not contain hormones itself, but it acts as a signal modulator on the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, the master control system for stress and hormone production that sits in your brain. By helping to stabilize the stress response, MKA indirectly supports your body's ability to produce and properly utilize its own endogenous hormones, particularly testosterone, as well as the precursors like DHEA. But more notably, Men consistently report a substantial and swift lift in libido and sexual desire when using Mecca regularly. It acts as a powerful non-stimulant aphrodisiac, increasing desire and drive without causing the jittery synthetic feeling of some chemical enhancers. I recommend using the gelatinized maca powder, which is the cooked form. This process removes the starch, making it significantly easier to digest and absorb than the raw form. You simply take 1 level teaspoon, stir it into your warm morning tea, black tea, herbal tea, it doesn't matter, and drink it down. It has a slightly earthy, sometimes pleasant butterscotch-like flavor that blends surprisingly well. The profound effect is subtle at first, often taking a week or 2 of consistent use to fully manifest. But once it does, men consistently report waking up with more spontaneous energy, a clearer head, and yes, that unmistakable youthful spark returning. This is often the ingredient that leads to the partner asking, "What has gotten into you lately?" Because the benefits are profoundly noticeable in your mood, energy, and intimate readiness. If your main concern is chronic anxiety, poor sleep quality, and a general lack of resilience, that frustrating feeling that you just can't bounce back or handle pressure anymore, your perfect 1 teaspoon solution is ashwagandha root powder. Ashwagandha is an ancient Ayurvedic herb classified as a rasayana or rejuvenator. Its name roughly translates to smell of the horse, signifying that it historically imparts the strength, vitality, and endurance of a horse. Like macaca, it is a potent adaptogen, but its primary function is focused more intensely on reducing stress and promoting a deep, foundational calm. While maca is the energizer and driver, ashwagandha is the balancer and tranquilizer. It directly targets and lowers chronically elevated cortisol. When modern men are constantly stressed, and I mean constantly, from the moment the phone rings to the moment their head hits the pillow, their sympathetic nervous system is always in overdrive. This state burns through energy reserves, inhibits hormonal processes, and prevents the restorative functions of the body from taking place. Taking just 1 teaspoon of high-quality ashwagandha in your morning tea helps to smooth out the sharp detrimental edge of that morning cortisol spike. It doesn't sedate you. It simply makes you more robust and resilient to the inevitable stressors that you will face throughout the day. Think of it as putting a sophisticated shock absorber on your entire nervous system. For men, this translates into huge life-changing gains. Lower cortisol directly means a better, more stable mood, dramatically reduced anxiety, and a superior ability to think clearly and calmly under pressure. Furthermore, consistent cortisol reduction over a few months creates the ideal non-stressed hormonal environment necessary for the long-term steady maintenance of your natural testosterone levels. It essentially stops your body from wasting precious energy on low-grade panic and redirects that energy toward muscle maintenance, recovery, and peak cognitive performance. The trick with ashwagandha is the taste. It can be quite bitter, earthy, and pungent. I recommend using it in a strong flavored tea, perhaps one with spices like ginger or turmeric, and definitely with a dash of raw honey or pure maple syrup to smooth out the flavor profile. Now, if your primary issue isn't hormonal flatlining or acute stress, but rather metabolic sluggishness, that slow creep of weight around the middle, fluctuating energy levels, and the infamous mid-afternoon sugar crash, your 1 teaspoon solution is the humble but mighty cinnamon powder. We're not talking about just any cinnamon. We're talking about high-quality Ceylon cinnamon, often known as true cinnamon, which is superior to the more common cassia variety for daily consumption due to its lower coumarin content. Cinnamon is a phenomenal naturally occurring metabolic ignition switch. Its primary power comes from its ability to dramatically improve your body's sensitivity to insulin. Insulin is the hormone responsible for ushering blood sugar into your cells to be used for energy. As men age, especially with increased visceral fat, they often develop a degree of insulin resistance. This means your cells ignore the insulin signal, leading to high blood sugar spikes, energy crashes, and the unfortunate storage of that excess sugar as fat, particularly around the gut. Adding a single teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to your morning tea works proactively to stabilize your blood sugar levels, right from the start of the day. It helps your cells become more receptive to insulin, effectively normalizing the energy delivery process. The benefits are immediate and cumulative. Better blood sugar control means sustained energy. No more sharp peaks and valleys, just a smooth plateau of energy that lasts well into the evening. Reduced cravings. When your blood sugar is stable, those intense mid-M morning or mid-after afternoon cravings for sweets or simple carbohydrates vanish. Weight management. By improving insulin sensitivity, you make it easier for your body to access stored fat for fuel, helping to trim that stubborn abdominal fat. The great thing about cinnamon is that it's delicious and blends perfectly into any black tea, chai, or even a simple cup of warm water with lemon. It's a powerful daily medicine that tastes fantastic and immediately begins to address the core metabolic issues that underpin declining energy in men over 50. The reason these simple 1 teaspoon hacks work so profoundly is not just the power of the ingredient, but the power of the ritual. By deliberately choosing to add this single intention-driven ingredient to your morning routine, you are taking a powerful proactive step toward your health before the chaos of the day even begins. This commitment reinforces a feeling of control, discipline, and intentional self-care that is often missing in a fast-paced life. Remember, the body of a man over 50 responds best to consistency, not intensity. You are looking for a gentle daily nudge in the right direction, not a massive, unsustainable overhaul. Try cycling these options based on your needs. If you have a stressful week ahead or feel burned out, focus on ashwagandha for resilience. If your mood is low and your vitality needs a spark, use maca for drive. If you are focusing on weight loss and avoiding energy crashes, make cinnamon your daily foundation. Choose one of these 1 teaspoon secrets. Commit to it for 3 full weeks and notice the difference. You will feel a subtle but profound shift in your internal engine, more calm, more energy, and a greater sense of masculine vitality. And when your partner notices the change, when they see that confident energy and focus returning, and they start begging to know your secret or playfully pleading with you to slow down, you'll know the magic is in that single intentional teaspoon in your morning mug. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more health and vitality tips, and share this video with a friend who might need an extra spark in his morning. Let me know in the comments below which 1 teaspoon hack you are starting with today. I'm Dr. Kate Miller, and I'll see you next.